It's kind of unfortunate, but most people, Christine, don't muck around with their investment plans very much. In fact, they do it far too little. They certainly don't think about changing from a 401k to an IRA, and if you do that, usually it's before tax time, which was 2 weeks ago. But there are some big changes happening this year with respect to how you can use a Roth IRA, and we wanted to talk a little about that.
That's right, and they're calling it the IRA conversion, Allie, and there are a lot of questions about it. A lot of people qualify for this and actually can save some major money by the time you retire,
yep.
and it's a little complicated. So we brought in our investment experts here, Doug Flynn, the president of Flynn Zito Capital Management, and Ryan Mack, president of Optimum Capital. And first of all, Doug, tell me, why do we want to do this? What is the IRA conversion? It's happening right now, so you've got to seize the moment if you're going to do it. Mm-hmm. What is it and who's it for?
Well, this year, people over $100,000 a year can also convert. In the past, you could below that. But what it gives you an opportunity to do is take your old tax-deferred money from your old 401ks and your IRAs, if they were in an IRA, and then put them into a Roth IRA that will allow you to grow tax-free. There's a big difference down the road when you take that money out from a Roth with no taxes versus a traditional IRA or old 401k when you have to pay the taxes. You could argue that tax rates are going to be higher then. So that's an opportunity to do that change right now, but you have to pay attention to the taxes that you're going to pay if you convert right now.
So this is kind of like a pay now and don't pay later idea. Who watching us, Ryan, should be thinking about doing this? Under what circumstance should you be saying, hey, look, I've got a 401k, and by the way, does this apply to my current 401k with my company or past money that I've had?
Well, it really applies. If you have a current 401k, you're pretty much within your 401k, but if you've left your job and essentially you have a 401k in which you have the ability to roll it over, you're definitely eligible, 401k, 403b, to roll it over into a Roth IRA. You're going to have to pay your taxes. I guess the most ideal candidate are individuals who are younger, individuals who have a lot of time left to retirement, individuals who feel that they're going to, as time goes on, they're going to be getting into slightly higher tax brackets and their income is going to be increasing. So those are the individuals that you want to ask yourself, as you said, do I want to pay my taxes now, pay on my seed now, or on my harvest when I take those finances out? So I think it's a great opportunity to get some tax-deferred returns. You can get your Roth IRA. You don't have to pay a tax when you withdraw. You can leave your money to your beneficiaries tax-free. So a lot of good advantages for you.
A younger person, what's younger? The older I get, the different younger means.
Well, I mean, I would say that essentially if you have 2 years left to retirement, it might not necessarily be the right thing for you. But if you're 40 years old, if you're 35 years old, you're 40 years old, you still have a lot of time. You think your tax brackets are going to go up. Tax brackets are going to be increasing. So you're going to be paying higher taxes if you don't roll them over, more than likely if you try to wait until a later day.
Let me understand this, Doug. If I put money in my 401k, that's tax deferred now. So I don't pay taxes on it now. I'll pay taxes when I'm 70 and a half and I start taking that money out. And in theory, I'm not going to be earning as much, or I won't be in as high a tax bracket then. In this case, I can take money out of a Roth IRA substantially earlier than that, 10 years earlier than that.
Well, you can take it at 59 and a half, and there's also an opportunity to take out earnings after 5 years, and there's some other caveats about that. But listen, it's really important whenever we do a calculation, and you can do Roth conversion calculations, they're available online, and you should talk to your financial advisor. But when you do these calculations, the trick is to make them work. You have to have the money that when you convert, the taxes you're going to pay on the side from another place. You don't want to have to use the tax money from within the IRA. Whenever I run a calculation, it seems that if you have to take the tax money out of the plan that you're converting, the numbers don't work. You'd be better off leaving it in because of the compounding that you're going to get. So when you convert, it's really important that you know, hey, if I convert $10,000, it might cost me $4,000 to convert. I have to have that $4,000 on the side. In the long run, when you do that, it certainly makes a lot more sense to diversify your tax strategy down the road. Have a bucket of money that will never, ever be taxed, and that's where the Roth has power.
All right, guys, that's a fantastic discussion, and we can revisit it again because this is something that a lot of people are going to be trying to research and think about whether they should do it this year. Ryan Mack, Optimum Capital Management, and Doug Flynn, Flynn Zito Asset Management.
Definitely worth doing a little extra research on this. Listen, there is oil in the Gulf of Mexico. It has come ashore. This is putting the drilling of oil in question. We are about to talk to a man who's been drilling for oil for decades. What's he got to say about all this when we come back?